right, thank you guys for returning. We are back in the Conspiracy Corner. Once again, I'm Cal. This is Frazier. Got a very, very, very special guest.
Very special.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Greetings.
Thank you for coming through. First, we had a number of, when our complex staffers, when our coworkers knew that you were coming here, they gave us a number of questions, and we wanted to, hit you with some of these questions. Special file folder.
Straight from the complex office.
Okay. Now, a couple of us do have some, more expensive sneaker tastes. Do you have?
These are U.S. Keds. Is that what you're driving at?
No, but I mean those
I don't have an endorsement. Not yet.
Working on that.
Is there a sneaker technology that will add inches to my vertical? Adidas Boost or Nike Vapor Max?
What you want, compare and contrast what you get out of a trampoline versus what you get out of a sidewalk. Do you follow me? You can jump a certain height from a sidewalk. Mm-hmm. Most of us can attain a higher altitude from a trampoline.
Interesting.
So there's two, this is fabulous. What is this, anyone? That's right, it's physics.
Okay.
So if you're going from a standing start, from a flat-footed start, let's say, and you're gonna push into the shoe and the basketball court floor, volleyball court floor before you start up, if the shoe is soft, it's probably gonna be trouble. But if you have the opportunity to jump, land, store energy in the shoe sole, and then jump up, there's a chance you'd go higher in the springier shoe. So I would not be the slightest bit surprised if different shoe brands work better for different height and weight jumpists.
That's the key.
That's crazy.
That's the key, though.
It's the square root of K over M, simply put.
Physics. I love it. I guess some of our coworkers are globetrotting. They want to know, why do the toilets flush the opposite way in Europe?
See, so B, I'm very skeptical that they do. A, it's not Europe you're trying to be talking about. Europe's in the same hemisphere as in the U.S.
I just read what they sent me on the paper.
This is your literate staff. So what you're talking about, nominally, I believe, if I may expand on this, is the Coriolis Effect, named after our good friend Gaspar Coriolis, who realized that there is an interaction when you have two accelerations. And the two accelerations, you may not have thought about this.
I've not.
But anything can be resolved, in physics, most things can be resolved along three axes, X, Y, Z, up, down, front, back. Mm-hmm. So he realized that the acceleration of the spin of the Earth plus gravity, these two accelerations, nominally can be considered as acting at right angles.
Okay.
And this makes low pressure systems, hurricanes, go counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere, and what are called cyclones in the southern hemisphere go clockwise. And then you might expect that toilet bowls would spin one way in one hemisphere and one way in the other. Mm-hmm. But generally, that effect is overwhelmed by the jetting of the toilet bowl, just the way the water comes out.
That's the way it works, yeah.
So it's a cool question, but I really encourage your viewer, staff member, listener, to note well, as they say in Latin, nota bene. Europe, U.S., both north of the equator.
Now, we did see that season 2 of Bill Nye Saves the Day.
Saves the world.
Saves the world, I'm sorry. Bill
The
Nye
world
Saves the World.
has days and nights because it's a ball. Spinning
That is how
in
it
the
works.
icy blackness of space, orbiting our beloved sun.
Shout out to the sun.
Shout out to this. So Bill Nye Saves the World, season 2.
Netflix.
Can you talk about what's going on in this season? What are you attacking this season?
What are we addressing?
What are you addressing? Yeah.
The first show is called the marijuana episode.
Whoa.
And so marijuana is a controversial thing. So it is, here in the US, it's a Schedule I drug, which means it is presumed to have two features. It's addictive, and it has no medical value. And then many people would say, marijuana has no medical value? But I use marijuana for this or that. And so that's why we did a show about it. And it is clear that that marijuana has not been studied enough to really understand it. Then we have another show on time travel, which is all about physics. It's all about our current understanding of physics.
Really?
And so there's a cool insight on the show. Let's start with this. We observe the stars are moving apart. And then furthermore, they're accelerating. Do you know why they're accelerating? Nobody knows why. Perhaps in our lifetime it will be figured out. It is just a remarkable thing. You guys just went, ooh, when I talked about time travel, right?
Yeah, we're big fans.
I know. Why are you big fans? Because it would be cool.
There's nothing cooler than time travel.
Go back, interact with some mastodons, maybe some tyrannosaurs, take a meeting, or go to the future.
That's what I would do.
Where people are swimming in upside down pools and everybody has a jetpack and it's a high quality of life.
You've been there.
No comment. Inherently, time travel stories are about the irreversible nature of time. Apparently, we cannot go backwards. We just can't. So time travel stories are ultimately about the human struggle with death. So these are, fabulous time travel questions, but the answer may simply be, no, you can't. No. Answer the question, you can't go back in time and change history. Sorry, man. What about if I'd made that 3-point shot? No. No, you're done. You missed. Of all the words of mice and men, the saddest are what might have been.
To pull that up out the pocket.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Great stuff. Well, hey, don't want to take up any more of your time.
No, what you mean is you've had enough. But thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cal.
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Bill,
Fraser.
thank you for coming through.
That's great. Carry on.